So what is the box method of multiplication and why would we use it? Well, let's talk about that. So if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see a problem here, 23 times 42. It's two-digit multiplication times two-digit times two-digit numbers. And these are the kind of problems that students often encounter in the beginning of fourth grade or in the course of fourth grade as they start to learn multi-digit multiplication. Now, I'm going to go ahead and solve this problem using the traditional algorithm that people my age and most adults were probably taught when they were in elementary school. So if you look, you can see, okay, 2 times 3 is 6, great. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so far so good. Then most of us were taught to put a 0 here, and then we say, oh, 4 times 3 is 12. I put a 2 here, and I carry the 1 up there to regroup. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Then I add all that up. 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then 9 right there, 966. But lots of times where we see kids, especially in elementary school, where they get confused is this part right here, where I regrouped the 1 and carried that 1. Lots of times that can be confusing for third and fourth grade students as they're learning multiplication. So the box method is a way that we can decompose the numbers and work with easier numbers so that we don't have to regroup. So let's look. If you look over here on the middle of the screen, I have put the 23 and 42 on a box. You see there's 4 boxes there, 23 across the top, 42 on the side, and I've decomposed them, or I've broken them down into their 10s and 1s. So if you look here, we look at the top box and we say, oh, there's a 40 on one side, 20 on the other side, and I would multiply together 40 times 20. Now, what we can do to help kids, especially as they learn multiplication, how to do this in an easy way, we say, oh, 40 times 20, which we know is the same as 4 times 10 times 2 times 10. And we can actually then just say, oh, I'm really looking at 4 times 2. That's really all the math I have to do here. And I've got the 2 factors of 10. So here I would put 800. 4 times 2, I've got 2 factors of 10. That means that becomes 800. Okay, let me erase some of this. Erase, 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 erase. Over in this box here, now I've got 3 times 40. So I can do the same thing. 3 times 4 is 12, and I've got one factor of 10, so that becomes 120. In this box here below, I've got 20 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. I've got a factor of 10. I put 40. And then in the final box, 3 times 2 is 6. Excellent. Now we just have to add these up. And I can add down or I can add across. I think this time I'm going to add across. 800 plus 120 is 920. 40 plus 6 is 46, and that is 966. So what you see here is, yes, this does take a little bit longer than the traditional algorithm, but if you have a third or fourth grade student and they are struggling with multiplication and especially multiple digit multiplication, this method allows you to work with simpler numbers, such as the hardest math I did here, I believe, was 4 times 3 or 2 times 4. So I work with simpler numbers and multiples of 10 and add them up. I don't have to regroup, and I still get to the same place. So this is what the box method of multiplication is. It's a way to decompose numbers and work with simpler numbers that can be easier for lots of students as they are learning multi-digit multiplication.